Welcome, friends. It's a cold morning here in these East Tennessee hills. Absolutely freezing. I bet you it's 18 degrees. But anyway, here about Monday morning, woke up to this. A 4-inch snow. It's the craziest weather here in Tennessee I've ever seen. Just a day or two before, it was almost 80 degrees. But Tennessee, if you don't like the weather, just stick around. It'll change. It always does in the wintertime. But this is what I woke up to. Beautiful winter wonderland. Well, I was up here changing these cameras, and here's what it looks like today. Big old snow come back here again on Thursday evening, but all the big snow went north of us. So we got just a dusting. Now, these old animals, they live hard in this kind of weather. I know they do. They've held up in some of the places. I've seen deer beds in this snow and everything else. But anyway, we're going to see what they've been up to this week. Now, I'm going to narrate this one. And I wish you'd do me a favor. If you want me to narrate these little wildlife video clips, please leave me a comment. It don't really matter to me one way or another. So, let's see what they've been up to this week. Here's a beautiful scene at the pond. You can see the does up here on the left. Beautiful scenery. These old does and these deer, they just wander these old hardwoods all day long, night and day. Rut's long gone. And these little ponds is growed up. They've growed up. But this is their first taste of winter. And I'd say they don't like it. Now I see these old cedar waxings around lately an awful lot. I figured they'd move on, but they're sticking around. Now here's an old mangy looking coyote. Them other coyotes look like German shepherds. There's a red-tailed fox. You can tell by the white tip on its tail. They're real elusive. There's a skunk. Looks like Flash. And all these predators, bobcats and fox, they're trying to get these little rabbits, but they don't get them all the time. Now there's Splash, coming out of the rock motel. There's Lightning, just outside of the rock motel. And so Coon, they know better to fool with these skunks. They're not done. But where's everybody at? And here's what it looked like at the Rock Motel when that snowstorm hit. Here's what it looked like at daylight. And all these little animals are held up under this rock, I guarantee you. I know the groundhog is. He's been asleep for a month now. And I move these cameras around from time to time just to surprise these animals. But these coons, they gotta go to them. They just can't help themselves. Now here at the pond, I'd had this camera sitting here all summer and all fall long, catching these coons. But all these storms, all these heavy rains has brought the pond up. So I thought I'd check this camera. I had to move it. It like 1 inch being in that camera. Moved it to the other side, catch that family of coons moving through, and hey, that looks like that's been moved. That's different. They're so comical. I want to catch that bobcat sneaking around, but I do every once in a while. I know these deer. These animals live hard in this snow. There's a coyote. That's a healthy looking one, and he's moving around the ridge. I haven't seen that wounded buck, that young buck. I'm hoping he's not in his misery. If I could have seen him, I'd have put him down. But there's still big old bucks running around in this ridge, trying to sneak through cover. But that's just nature. I hope that old buck's put out of his misery. The coyote's got him, I hope. These woods are absolutely loaded with squirrels. But I never see no fox squirrels, always gray squirrels. Them old fox squirrels is twice their size. But I love to watch them. And I know it's hard on them in these old woods. So I hope you enjoyed this today. Love showing this wildlife. They're such beautiful creatures. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.